All eyes on Doge. Big runner. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big runner. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Upward movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Monday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Looks like Dogecoin not following Bitcoin too well today. Bitcoin was kind of following the stock market. We'll talk about that a little more. Less volatility though, although a little bit of sell-off on Doge middle of the day. But overall, not too bad. Holding 16 cents still. So that's where we are, just flirting with 16 cents now. I know we've been up to 16.7, 16.8. Didn't quite get to 17 cents. But there's a lot going on with Dogecoin and including Dogecoin on CNBC. That's right. CNBC, our friends at 21 shares who want to get a Dogecoin ETF, but they've got that ETP now trading over in Europe. And someone was talking about it on CNBC. So we're going to cover that as well. What are we talking about? We're talking about Dogecoin as a real world asset, real world tokenization on Dogecoin. So we start with what I posted this morning, which was from last night, House of Doge. House of Doge posted tokenization of luxury items and alternative investment assets is coming, and Dogecoin is going to be powering it. More great utility coming. Doge Nation is driving the evolution. Haha, no pun intended. Tokenization of like a Ferrari? Tokenization of a Ferrari on the Dogecoin blockchain? What? Hermes bags? Do we have a tokenization of Hermes bags on Dogecoin? How about rare baseball cards? Tokenized on the Dogecoin blockchain, guys. Dogecoin blockchain. This is what House of Doge is posting. It's building. It's building for Dogecoin. So all of that is coming for Dogecoin. Somebody asks, tokenization, how does this help people? Can someone explain? House of Doge says it's already started. In the very near future, all items of value will be available through a tokenized platform. Investments, once deemed illiquid, real estate, art, cars, only available to wealthy because of large investment requirements, will now be accessible via tokenization. This is what House of Doge is going after now. Jimmy Hyperdoge says, Doge is evolving so fast this year, and House of Doge says, first inning hasn't even started. We are still in the warm-up. That's right. We're early, guys. We are so early. This is growing. House of Doge is going to do things we can't even imagine yet. Yeah, A-Star, you want your Ferrari? Well, you can look at it here. It's in your garage right now. There's your Ferrari right there, right? Peter, I bought some ETP Dogecoin today. In Sweden, these types of profits are basically tax-free. Still feels wrong because I don't own the coins myself. I get it. But I think it's available, right? Why not try it out, right? Just try it out. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got coins. Now you got a little bit of the ETP. Awesome. The reason that Doge was dropping was because they were on CNBC. Oh, Kriss, that is funny though. I'll give you that one. That one's funny. And then we've got Pennybag saying, whatever you see now built for Doge or on it, using it is going to be worth a lot one day. All assets are historical at this point. Everything is pre-crypto regulation, adoption, and pre-ETF. Doge Party, Doge Chain, DRC20s, Doginals, Dunes. Look for the gems on these that have provenance, history, and strong communities. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is growing. Now, we also have Doge OS. Who is excited for gaming on Dogecoin? That's right. Building games on Dogecoin, on Doge OS. All of these things are coming for Doge. So, Bitcoin volatility aligning more with stocks. Yes, we do have that. 21 Shares President Duncan Moore says crypto assets, including Bitcoin and Dogecoin, that's what he said, and Dogecoin, continue to offer valuable long-term diversification and are gaining momentum as legitimate components of investor portfolios. That's right. He said Bitcoin and Dogecoin on CNBC. He addressed both macro backdrop affecting Bitcoin. The volatility striking crypto has been more subdued than some may think, given the scale of macroeconomic shocks that have been affecting other markets. Rather, the volatility in the crypto is just moving in line with broader assets. And we've seen that, right? Everything could have just dropped like crazy. All the volatility last week, all the news about the tariffs on, tariffs off, and we could have had a lot lower prices with all of that, and we didn't. Bitcoin held up, still in the mid 80s. Dogecoin, still 16 cents. It didn't drop to 12 or 11 or 10 or 8 or whatever other people were talking about. That didn't happen. And Duncan Moore of 21 Shares recognizes that. And he's saying, this crypto thing, this is big. So House of Doge posts, our incredible partners, 21 Shares. Check out Duncan Moore talking crypto volatility being less than expected and macro events, and the partnership with House of Doge and the Dogecoin Foundation. That's right. Let's listen to what Duncan has to say. This is about a minute and a half in, because the first part I just covered was about Bitcoin, the volatility in the markets going on. But this thing is big.
All right, so let's track it. You're also coming out with a Dogecoin exchange traded product in Europe. You actually did that last week. I got to ask, why now? Why come out with a Doge ETF right now? So much volatility. And also, what kind of investor are you targeting? Well, I mean, we talk about Bitcoin, you talk about the scarcity. When we talk about some other cryptocurrencies, there's different utility. Is there a specific utility that you think Doge has that's in demand right now that people are looking for an exchange traded product?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited about this one. The timing is interesting, but the reality is that our investors are long-term investors. So whether it was in an up market or a down market, it didn't really matter to us. We want to bring product to the investor and make crypto investing as easy as buying a stock. Dogecoin has particularly interesting properties because it started as as you know, I'm sure, a fun social token. So it had perfect sort of product market fit when it began in 2013 and built up a huge community of followers. What we like now about the technology and the native cryptocurrency is that it's starting to evolve in towards more of a global payments currency and starting to see real use cases by big corporates of the underlying technology. So we think the timing is great for Dogecoin and other alternative coins in general. We're really excited about this partnership because it's highly unique. I mean, you do not usually see these sort of official, endorsed, and exclusive arrangements with a cryptocurrency group
This
as
was
large
recorded.
as Dogecoin, which is now the sixth largest in the world by market cap. So we're really grateful to the Dogecoin Foundation and the House of Doge, their corporate arm, for this opportunity.
There it is.
All right, so really bullish call.
There it is. Dogecoin on CNBC, the House of Doge, Dogecoin Foundation. That's huge. Now, where is that going to go? We'll see, but it's growing. It's more growing about Dogecoin with the House of Doge and what House of Doge has planned here. These guys are not getting into this for fun. No, these guys are getting into it for business and the growing utility for Dogecoin. We are going to see it. Yes, this is huge. This is huge for Dogecoin. So again, we're still early. And this is what I've been saying is like, we're still early. And people are like, oh, Dogecoin sucks. Dogecoin's just dropping. Go buy Fartcoin. Right? And I'm just like, you have no idea. Yeah, you can chase Fartcoin up at the top, or you can get in on the ground floor of Doge. Doge for long term, not a pump and dump. So what does this mean? Well, Ali says, hey, look, Dogecoin gearing up for a big week. Looking back, he's got this upward trending support line, and a close above 17 cents could open the door to 21 or even 29. As long as it holds key 13 cent support, we're not even going down there. We're hugging 16 cents. If we can get over 17, and I talked about this yesterday, if we can get over 17 cents, retest the support and move higher, we're moving up into the 20s. Moving up into the 20s. So that's what Ali is showing. And then we've got Trader Allen looking at, look, we've been here before, these kinds of movements. You get a purple up and down, and then you get another drop. This drop has been a lot more. Again, price is higher. Get it? The tariff thing has really shook the markets, and especially something volatile like Doge. Doge won't have these big drops in the future if it's getting used anything like what House of Doge is saying. But here we are. What are you going to do about it? Is it a buying opportunity? Or are you just going to complain? Your call. What are you going to do here? So that's what we got right now. Dogecoin right at 16 cents. Is it going to drop lower? Probably. We'll have other dips. That's what I always say, and it always happens. Yeah, this little sell-off we had this morning here didn't really, I mean, Bitcoin had gone up a little higher and then dropped, but Dogecoin hadn't gone up as much this morning. This is when the stock market opened. Stock market had a little volatility on opening, opened a high, dropped low, came up again. Bitcoin actually went up a little higher before dropping. So this sort of 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock sell-off thing that happened, yeah, Doge got hit a little harder on that. So that's why Doge is down 1.5 points and Bitcoin's up over a point. It was just because of that. But again, this is just a short-term price action of a much bigger thing that's going on. So that's what I start with today. MB's late. Where you been, dude? First 10 minutes was golden. You're going to have to scroll back. Yes, I am drinking a Modelo. My last Modelo. My last one. Hey, Tesla's a good car, Bruce. Electric, plaid, Zoom. Not too bad. Not too bad. Hey, Jay, how are you? It's all good news for Dogecoin. Yes, it is. Jason, welcome. Howdy, Ali. How much will it be in June? Well, let's see what happens the rest of April and May first. I know, those Hermes bags. Not cheap. Not cheap for Hermes bags. That's right. Gotta have one of those though, right? Paying for the name. I don't know. But there's some symbol status associated with those. Yeah, I played Doom on Dogecoin last year. I played Doom live on the Dogecoin blockchain. That was fun. That was fun. To the moon. Or $1. We're on the ground floor going up. Manipulation. Yeah, Tay Jr., we got a lot of that. And it's just amazing how everything kind of all trades in pretty much the same patterns. Best is yet to come. This is my last pre-tariff Modelo. Yes, that's what this is. And now I'm just going to buy American from here. My last of my case, though, that I had is what that is. Oh, you're late because you had a miner go down? Got to keep those rigs going. The deal with the Ferrari video, lower fifth. That's the House of Doge continuing to build, and they are targeting tokenization on the Dogecoin blockchain. Tokenization of real-world assets. And where are they starting? Not at the bottom. Nope, they're starting at the top. They're starting at the top. Ferraris, Hermes bags. That's why we're talking about that. That's because that's what they posted. They're like, we're not messing around. This is big stuff. So that's what they have in mind. Is start with the big stuff, and then you work your way down. I have not checked the cost of Modelo's. This is my last one of the pre-tariff case that I had. So I don't know. New stuff popping up weekly. That is true. There's a lot being built that's going on with Doge that the price does not represent what is going on right now. XRP, yeah, XRP is getting a lot of hype, but again, it's all hype. Again, if you really look and see what's going on with XRP, it's like, will it go up? Yeah, it'll probably go up. Is that where you want to put your money long term, though? XRP? You want to pay your taxes in Dogecoin? Only when Dogecoin's up versus the dollar. Yeah, if Dogecoin was at 48 cents, I'd feel a lot better about paying my taxes with Dogecoin as opposed to 16 cents. Got to get that bang for your buck, right? Or bang for your Dogecoin in that case. With all this news, whoever is not buying Dogecoin at this price is a sucker. Okay, I can say it. You can't type it, but I can say it. Is Nvidia going to go up? Right now, Nvidia is just going to follow the market. So it looked like they were down a little bit today, but not bad. Nvidia was a little bit overbought. You got to admit that. Your dad got some pre-tariff Modelo's. Cheers to your father, Ryan. Cheers to Ryan's dad. Pre-tariff Modelo's. You finally paid for the tax on that cruise you won, huh, Bruce? Yep. I wrote my check out to the IRS today. United States Treasury. Went to the post office today. It was a nice day today. Nice. I was going to go tomorrow and do it on the 15th, but it was nice today. So did it today. Done. 2024 taxes all paid. Still waiting to hear whether I won that gold bar on Robinhood. Still waiting to hear. They're supposed to announce it in a week, next Monday. So if CrissPax wins, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome. Yeah, how much Dogecoin could you have bought? Yeah, but the cruise was nice. Wasn't it fun? The cruise must have been fun. Tokenize a Rolex on Doge. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how you tokenize it, but we'll see. House of Doge is going to let us know. Is it going to be better than NFTs? Again, I don't know how it's going to work. We will wait and see how House of Doge is doing it. Imre Jokai. I predict Doge will hit $1 this year. Shaywan, I still own 400,000 Dogecoin. Yep. I still have a bag of Doge. And I've been buying. I just bought last week at 13.8. Yep, I got some of that 13-cent Doge last week. Yep, not going to be many pre-tariff Modelos left. So drink up. Drink up. I thought it would be fun. I thought it'd be fun. Good morning, Milkman. If you are ever on a cruise, you may miss by 1 digit on your SS number and never have to worry about it. Ah, interesting, Bruce. I see the game you're playing. Oops, right? When an auditor comes after you, you just say, oops, they must have messed up and hit the wrong number. Not my fault. Tokenize your Pokemon cards. Exactly, right? There must be a way to do that, Jason. There must be a way to do that. See what they come up with. CrissPax gold giveaway. No. It's a good thing you didn't have Mantra, Joseph. You've got a bag of Ondo. Good thing you didn't have Mantra. We were looking at that yesterday during the live stream while that was going on. That was crazy. What a crazy day yesterday for Mantra. Wow. Am I going to buy again? You bet. I'm going to be buying all summer long on the dips. I will continue to buy Dogecoin. Not messing around. I had way too many cryptos over the past 2 years. If I had just bought all Dogecoin, I would have been better off. Would have been better off. I'm sticking with Doge. Has Chevrolet tokenized a Corvette? I haven't heard that, Chris. I haven't heard that. Corvette ZR1 tokenized on the blockchain. See if anything comes up. Corvette NFT. It's a Corvette themed NFT. No. 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 Nothing comes up. Chevrolet's Corvette NFT fails to receive a single bid. There you go. See what happened to NFTs? They got in too late. It was already 2022 when that happened. But no, nothing about tokenized on the blockchain. The price of a tokenized, here we go. The price of a tokenized 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 on a blockchain would be difficult to determine, as it would depend on the specific blockchain platform, tokenization process, and market demand. Tokenizing a vehicle involves representing its ownership and asset value as a digital token on a blockchain. So yeah, it's not, none of that is in play yet. Nope, not there yet, Kriss. Sorry. Yeah, blame it on your accountant, Bruce. You know, my accountant makes me sign all these forms every year that basically says anything you do is on you, not me. Because the accountant is not to blame for anything. Tokenization, a simpler way to buy, sell, or transfer valuable assets. House, for example, you would buy its unique token ID and you've signed everything. Little to no banks or paperwork. Aha! So that's why you start with the big expensive things, right? Interesting. Why is Harry 2.0 a new YouTube member? What happened, Harry? Did you lose your membership and you had to buy it back? Oh, you must be new here. That's right. I remember now. You're new here. Hi, my name is Joe. I'm addicted to buying crypto. Good question, Euro. If Doge goes up to 30, do I buy at 25? That's a good question. We'll see how things are going then. KB, yep. First 9 minutes. I covered it 9 minutes on this live stream. Megal. Yeah, Megal went up to $1.23 today. Still looking good. I still own it. I'm still in the middle of the swing. So waiting to see for the next big run on Megal. So I'm holding on. Right now, if I sold, I'd be selling at a little bit of a loss. So I don't like to do that when I swing trade, sell for a loss. So we'll see how things go this week. You know, Chinese stocks, you never know. That would be cool though, right? Your QR code of VIN pulls the whole history. John McAfee interview. Bitcoin has no real value because most people just buy it to make money, to make dollars. Yep, that is pretty much true. That's like gold. Why would anybody buy gold, right? Right? Store of value, right? Over time, gold will continually go up, whether it's tough times or good times, right? That's what Bitcoin is becoming. There's no other use case for Bitcoin. That's why we've always talked about Doge being used as a real currency, that being its utility. And now House of Doge is not only going to support that, but also this real world tokenization. They're going to go after it hard. Another reason to be more into Dogecoin than Bitcoin. Now, not a bad idea to have some Bitcoin, just like if you are investing in the stock market, it's probably a good idea to have some gold. as part of your overall portfolio. I'm just looking to win a bar of gold instead of to buy, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeely, you bought a nano. You've got $30 reward in Bitcoin. Don't know how to claim it. So in the box, there should be, right? You get your box, and in your box, there should be a card. And that card tells you how to claim it. You open up your box, and you get one of these. You should have one of these cards here. So you open that card up. This is what I had. Right? And you get. Tells you how to do it. Right on the card, how to redeem it. So it's all right there. So if you just bought it and you haven't received the device yet, right? Your wallet, you got to wait till you receive it. And then once you get it, that'll tell you how to get your Bitcoin, okay? But you have to actually get it first. For anybody wondering what that is about, I do have a link in the description below for Ledger. Now the sale is not going on right now. That just happened, but I will let you know when the next sale goes on. But if you're still interested in ledgers and getting a crypto hardware wallet and you can't wait for the next sale, then you click on my link or you copy and paste it into a browser and it takes you right to the Ledger page. Hi, Cat. Hex Cat in the house. Hey, buddy. What's up? So this is the Ledger page. Again, I have the Ledger Nano S Plus, $79. It is the least expensive, but it's the one that I recommend. It's all you need. I know PaxCat wants attention. You don't want to go up there. No. So if you want to learn more about ledgers, be glad to answer any questions. Again, crypto hardware device is best for keeping your crypto safe off the exchanges, and you own the crypto, not the exchange. Exchange can't lend it out to shorters to short. $4.20 price prediction. Oh, for next Sunday. Well, we're going to be live next Sunday on Doge Day. So we will be watching on 420. Just, I don't know how this week is going to go. I tend to probably be in the 16s, up and down. Not expecting anything great. Oh, you're just slacking? I thought you were new around here, Harry. Now you're just slacking. Big money moving across the Dogecoin blockchain. Yes. Bruce, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. You're welcome. We're having fun. Trying to. We know it's your money invested in Dogecoin. The past few months have not been good, but the whole market, the whole crypto market is way down over the past 3 months. So it's not just Doge. But there's always good things to talk about when it comes to Dogecoin, which is why we keep showing up every day. What's happening, Gary? Caffeine Nights is a new member. Thank you for joining. Some dippage going on, 1588, yeah. And Dogecoin's lack of inflation. Yeah, it's not lack of inflation. It does inflate. Hype. But the inflation of Dogecoin is a feature. Matafalca, you just have to scroll back to the first 9 minutes of the live stream. And you can hear what was said on CNBC. I played it live. Well, not live. A replay of it. But that's a great idea, Jason. If I get a gold bar, engrave the Dogecoin logo onto it. Yes, I will do that. That would be awesome. Pax Cat in the house. Yes. I know. Megel has 8 employees. Isn't it great? It's just this stupid Chinese shell company that doesn't do anything. But I've made a lot of money swing trading that stock. You bought your ledger with Doge. Nice. Throw a Pax Cat in if I order it now. You want a Pax Cat? Yeah, see, I knew you were new here, Harry. I knew it. New Dogecoin gets created every day, just like the Feds print money. So by that logic, Dogecoin is pretty much the crypto version of the currency we use. Exactly. Except the only difference is Dogecoins is very regular. You know exactly how much is being minted every minute. With the US dollar, they can start printing at any time and they can print as much as they want. So Dogecoin is predicted exactly how many Dogecoin are minted every minute of every day, of every week, of every month, of every year. You know what it's doing. There's a Toronto crypto convention next month. Wow. Well, this whole Canada thing with Dogecoin will be interesting if Doge is represented there. That would be cool. Jay, I'm thinking the fall for 30 to 40 cent Dogecoin is the fall. Yeah, just hodl through, buy more on the dips. It's not crashing, Energy Trail. It's not crashing. No. You want to see what's crashing? I'll tell you what a crash looks like, okay? Here's what a crash looks like. It's not this. This is not a crash, okay? This is looking back over the last 3 days in Dogecoin. That is not a crash. If you want to know what a crash looks like, you look at this chart. That's a crash. You want to know what a crash looks like? There you go. There's a crash for you. That's not Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is not going to do that. It's impossible for Dogecoin to do that. It's impossible. But a token that is largely held by the dev team, that's what can happen. So yeah, Dogecoin cannot do that. It's physically impossible. You would have to have coordinated selling around the world of Dogecoin to get Doge to do that. And that's not happening. So that is what you call a 90% drop. A 90%. Boom. And then you get people buying it thinking, oh, I'm going to buy on the dip, right? And it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. So if you're going to use the word crash, That's not Doge. That's not a crash. Would we like it to go up? Of course. But it's not crashing. Exactly, Ryan. Harry should be 3.0 now. Well, he didn't have to make a new account, at least this time. Dogecoin is not made in China. Nope. Dogecoin was originally made on Billy's laptop in Portland, Oregon, in the USA. Will the real Harry please stand up? Please stand up. Facts. That's what we do here. Facts. Yeah, Portland, Oregon. Exactly done. Hope I never see that. Exactly. I'm thinking about mining Ravencoin if I can get some ASICs with RWA projects in the spotlight. This could be a good one to load up on. Tron Black and Bruce Fenton are smart guys. I don't know anything about Ravencoin, but if you want to mine some with it and collect some, I'm just going to be mining Dogecoin. That was yesterday, Reed. That was Mantra yesterday. Yes, brutal. That was Mantra yesterday. Adam is listening. Keep your eyes on the road. Trump looks like a crash on the daily. Yeah. My Trump collectibles. Maybe the Trump collectibles should be on the Dogecoin blockchain, huh? That's just a slow rug right there. That's what that is. That's just a slow rug. $7.98. Is this going to go up someday? I have no idea. Am I buying more of this? Nope. Nope. I'm buying Dogecoin. I'm not buying more Trump tokens. I have no idea what this thing is going to be. Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm not buying anymore. I'm just sitting on my collectibles that I already have. Bitcoin on the daily is looking okay. Doge, yeah, a little weak, but it didn't come down here to 12.5. It didn't do that. Instead, it went back up. I'm not selling any Doge till I can pay off my house. There you go. That's what I did. What's happening with Peak? It's just hanging. It goes up a little, goes down a little, but overall, not doing too much. Up and down. I see stuff on X all the time because I've subscribed to the Peak channel on X. You know, they're doing real world asset stuff, but I'll just keep what I have, let it play out. The Doge that I have in there now, A-Star, is long-term. I already cashed out over 2 million Doge to pay for the house. I'm not thinking about profit taking or exit right now in Doge. I'm continuing to accumulate Dogecoin for what's coming, but I have no strategy for profit taking right now. And as Energy Trail says, may not even sell any Doge. If it's the future of currency, you can just use it to buy things. I don't know, Joshua. Maybe the Raven coin thing might work out for caffeine. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't had time to clean out my comments, Ryan. XAI 75Z. I'm usually on top of those, but I didn't have time today. Those things showed up. I'll get it cleaned out tonight. I don't like that crap in my comments. Pax Cat is back, Monica. You're back. Here. Hmm? There you go. Pax Cat's back, everybody. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. When are you buying your house? Patience. Patience. Yeah. Buddy. Let me get this set right. Here we go. Doge wants to come back up. There's only one way to do it. Only one way that I know how to do it. And that's giving away some Dogecoin. So let's do that. For people who are here, we are going to use the suggestion of the word is for all of those poor people who are holding on to mantra, crash. Crash is the word. Kevin, I didn't get an email from you. Maybe your email is in my spam folder. I'll check that, Kevin. But I didn't get an email from you. In my, I believe you sent an email. I didn't see it, though. It's probably in my spam folder, Kevin. I'll check it. Meanwhile, type crash into the chat if you want to receive some Dogecoin. And this is just for anybody who is holding mantra. Jesus Christ. Don't want that. What is going on here? And I am going to enter as well because I want to win some Doge too. Crash. Crash. And see, even I put it in there because I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Oh, you're at a red light, Adam, so you can enter the giveaway. All right. Adam already won. You're a winner. Do only good every day. Yes, Weather Girl. That's what we do. Oh, cat. This cat is being a pain. Charlotte thinks she wants my cat, but nope, he's a pain. All right, for those who haven't been here for giveaways before, here's what I do. I do 3 draws, 33 Dogecoin I give away each draw, and you can decide if you are selected by the giveaway tool. You can accept the Dogecoin and you can say, thanks, Kriss, or whatever, like, woohoo, I won. You have to at least type something in the chat that recognizes that you won. Or you can decide, you know what? I've won before, or I'm feeling generous. I'm glad I won, but I don't really want the Dogecoin this time, so I'll pass it on. And you can choose to pass it on. and we'll do 3 draws. And then at the end of the draws, I will give you my email address. You need to be willing to send me an email with your YouTube name and your Dogecoin wallet. And Kevin, I will check my spam folder to see whether you're there from yesterday, because, oh, here you are sending again. I just got it. You're here. I got you, Kevin. So I don't know what happened yesterday, but I got you. You just showed up. So you're set for yesterday's. Doesn't mean you can't win again today, but you might want to pass it on because you won yesterday. That's up to you. So, but it's fun to win, just to win, and do pass it on, because then we get to draw again, which is always fun. Always fun. All right, let's do this. First draw of the crash giveaway goes to Bruce. Bruce. Hey, Bruce. Do you feel good? Do you feel good that you won again? I got to find my... Congrats, Bruce. Hey, congrats. But it's rigged. This is not Bruce's first win. I thought he won before. Or is it, or did somebody just donate some to him? It could have been that. You were gifted but gave it away. All right, so you're accepting this time, Bruce. Congratulations. Yay, Bruce. All right. All right. Congratulations, Bruce. Now we will draw number 2. Here we go. Who's going to win? Dogecoin. This is some cheap Dogecoin, 15.9 cents. Energy Trail. Energy, you are winner of the second draw. Energy, on a crash day, well, it's the day after, from poor mantra holders. Did any of you actually hold any mantra and not know what's going on? And you woke up today and you're like, damn, what happened? What happened to poor mantra, or OM, if you just know the token, OM. Energy Trail, are you there? Oh, Christoph, funny. Dun, 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 dun. Energy, energy. Nice little dip to buy Ohm. I'm not touching it, Maxim. No way. That was like those people who bought Luna thinking, oh, Luna's going to come back. Nope. Yeah, I'm back, RR. I was back yesterday. You missed my Sunday live stream. Did Energy Trail take a dip? We might have to redraw. I told everybody what you have to do. Maybe he got bounced. Okay, Energy, I'll give you a 5-second countdown. And then we will pass it on for you. Unfortunately, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, just to be fair. Okay, we are going to redraw. For energy trail. Let's go. Who's going to win? DB Cooper. Hey, DB wins again. You just won. When did you win? Last week, right? Yep. Giveaway number 36. I got it right here, DB. Ah, sweet. Congrats, DB. You will have to send me an email again, though, because the ones from last week, they're gone. All right, one more draw. Here we go. It was last week. DB1. Roger, yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Dogecoin to skyrocket. Masood. Are you in the house, Masood? Congratulations. Yep, thanks, DB. Yeah, I can't go scrolling all the way down. It's each win, you have to send an email. I like giving away Dogecoin to people who have never received Dogecoin before. I know, Sean, you were close. I saw your name. You were close. I haven't given any Dogecoin to Masood, so he has to at least say hello. Andy, you are not Masood. Christoph, you are not Masood. Especially with the spelling of your name. My God, those Z's, just everybody gets that messed up. I don't see any Z's in Masood. No, not till the summer on the mining, Roger. Not until the summer. Masood is passing. Masood, your generosity is appreciated. That's the Dogecoin way. Do only good every day. Masood is passing it on. Thank you, Masood. The Dogecoin way. We are going to draw again. Here we go. Give everybody another chance. Maxim. All right, Maxim. You won yesterday. Maxim. I refuse. Maxim refuses. You got your 33 Doge yesterday. Will you be able to tokenize your old valuable comics? That's what we want to see. Johnny, you just typed the word crash into the chat here. Crash. So is your refusal, Maxim, just to be certain, you're passing it on? Yeah. Let's make another person happy. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know about, I mean, if you own the copyright or you own the thing, whatever it is, and you tokenize it, that just proves ownership. That's what we're trying to look at, is it's proving ownership. Like you own a Ferrari and you tokenize it, you're proving the ownership. Thank you, Maxim. So yeah, I'm very curious how that's going to work too. I'm sure House of Doge is going to teach us all how to do it, how it all works. All right, we're drawing again. This time, CrissPax is going to win. CrissPax. CrissPax. Kevin! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, no, no. Everybody who won yesterday is winning again. There's something wrong with the matrix here. There's something wrong with the matrix here. That means Harry Vajayjay needs to win. Totally rigged. Just like yesterday. The proof of rigged. If you guys were here yesterday, Maxim and or Kevin, yeah, Maxim and Kevin. Yeah, different Harry 2.0. This means we've hit the bottom. I know, Kevin, right? All right, Kevin, are you accepting again or are you going to pass it on? That's your call. No worries either way. You're accepting. Okay, Kevin. Awesome. You will have to send me. Well, no, I do have your email. You just sent it to me. Resent from yesterday. I got it now. All right. 66 Doge coming your way, sir. 66 Doge. Congrats to the winner. Oh, Harry's here. Other Harry. We got a Harry 2.0 and the other Harry. Yeah. So for those who have not sent me an email, I know Bruce just did. So DB, yeah, I don't have to tell you guys, DB, you and Kevin. I don't even have to put that up. So we're good. We're good. So Matic merged into a new token called POL, P-O-L. So if you go to CoinMarketCap and you scroll down, you will see a POL token. POL. How low is it? There it is right there, number 43. And you see it here on CoinMarketCap, it says POL, and then in parentheses, it says previously Matic. That's the token right there, is POL. POL hasn't done very well. It has been performed actually rather poorly. Maybe you were just thinking it was still a top 20. No, it's number 43 now. POL. So they migrated from Matic to POL. So it is now the POL token. That's where Polygon is. Dogecoin, still number 8. Hanging out, doing its thing. Doge. Tron right on its heels. Looks like Tron is probably going to pass it again. Thought it was the token poll. Oh, Christoph. Only you can say that. I can't say that. But you can. I gave away more Doge than likes. I know, Sean, right? I'm making you a millionaire. That 33 Doge, that's going to be worth a lot someday. That's for sure. It's going to be worth a lot. Matic is the only thing I sold last year and was at a loss. But if you held on to it, you would have been at much more of a loss. That's for sure. Crypto millionaire? You give me a pass? Yeah, I'm still not saying it. Someone will clip that. They'll clip that right out. Even if I was saying it for fun. Nope, not doing it. You want to rescind your statement. It came out wrong. I'm not touching that. You can imagine $1 million of Dogecoin. You actually gave up $33 million. Can you keep that Doge in the giveaway wallet? Safekeeping, long term. Not a bad way to play that. Just put it somewhere safe. Put it aside. Maybe in a ledger. Nano S Plus, perhaps. You could do that. Safekeeping, long-term storage. Nice little Nano S. Maybe. What's up with Algorand? So Algorand's up at 19 cents now. I mean, Algorand has a great blockchain, but God, just the marketing of it and the use case of it, just not there. People are not building on Algorand. They're doing a few things here and there. And they make a big deal out of it every time somebody announces they're going to do something on Algo, but and also it didn't help over the past couple of years when they minted so many tokens. Just exploded their supply. Just that didn't help. I was expecting Algorand to do much better than it has. That's for sure. But, I mean, I think the peak so far this cycle was, where did it hit? 61 cents. Right there. December 3rd, 61 cents. I sold at 35, 36. Yeah, just sold a week earlier. Could have been over 40, but the tariff thing finally took hold and was like, yep, that's that. And down we went from there. SWE, I think, still has all that VC money behind it. So it's going to do well. 220 right now. It's been doing okay since the dip here, down to $1.71. Yeah, I sold mine. Should have been January 21st as well. Or, I mean, sorry, February 1st. So it would have been right in here. I didn't mark it on here. So that would have been at about 374. Yeah. That would have been my sale. Would have been right around there. It actually went up a little higher from that, right? This is, oh, this 4-hour chart. Yeah, that's where I sold right there, 390. Yep. Yeah, I expect it to be back up over $3. Is that going to happen by the summer? I don't know. Depends on how the rest of the market does. But yeah, it's still a really good project. I'm not buying any more though. I'm just buying Doge. Just Doge. If I send Dogecoin from MyDoge to Coinbase, do I have to pay taxes? Nope. That's just a transfer. You didn't actually sell. So no taxes on just a transfer. Now, on Coinbase, I imagine you're sending it there because you plan on selling it. Then when you sell, you have to compare the price you sold it at with the price where you actually bought it, and that's your profit. You want a Tesla chip in your brain so you can have cold storage wallet on you? That's taking it a little bit too far. The rumor is Dogecoin's going to 1 million. Exactly. That's the rumor. That's the rumor. Big dip on Wednesday, Louis says. Why Wednesday? Something happening? I haven't looked at what's happening this week. Simon still thinks 12.5. I don't see it. Roger says, yep, pay taxes on crypto you mine. You buy. No, you don't pay taxes on what you buy. You only pay taxes when you sell. If you're given, you don't have to pay taxes when you're given it, unless it's over a certain amount. But you do have to pay the profit from when you're given. So the people who are accepting 33 Dogecoin, you've got to mark that as what the price is right now at 15.9 when you receive that Dogecoin. And then when that price goes up, you have to pay taxes on that profit. But you don't have to pay to receive it unless it's over a certain amount. And I'm not giving away that much. Time for sleep, RR. Hope Doge recovers. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, it's not when you attain it, Roger. It's when you sell it. That's the taxes you pay when you sell. Target points for the coming days, 16 cents to 14.4 to 15.4 and then down to 12.5. So you're again doing this ABCD thing that we were tracking here. That was from 16.8 down to 13. And then up to 15.4 down to 12.5. And guess what didn't happen? That last piece to 12.5 didn't happen. I can pretty much just say, nope, that didn't happen. So you're saying the same thing, and it's not going to happen. Not to 12.5. Well, when you eventually sell it, right? If you get audited, the IRS is going to want to know, well, where did you get that? That's when you're in trouble. Indy 500, May 25th. Yep, we're rooting for Devlin DeFrancesco, the Dogecoin Blaze car. I gave some as a birthday gift last year to my friend. She kept it and helped her get into crypto. She says it was the best birthday gift she ever got. Isn't that awesome? Sharing a little Doge. Yeah, Melania. I have not looked at the Melania chart. I think Melania was a slow rug, right? Slow rug. 44 cents. Look at that. That is not a good chart. Not a good chart for Melania. That's just down into the right. Down into the right. Can't believe it was up at $3 and now it's 44 cents. When Dogecoin hits its all-time high, do you think it will happen in the middle of the night at the end of an alt season bull run? Kevin, who knows? Anything can happen in crypto. So how do you prove it? You keep a spreadsheet like I do. That's how you prove it. You have to keep track of it. However you keep track of it. I keep this spreadsheet of all my purchases, and if I received some from somebody, I would just make another line and I would write Dogecoin and I'd put in little notes, received from KrissPax, and what the price was when you received it. 33 Doge at 15.9 cents, and you put it on your spreadsheet. That's the only way I know you can keep track of it, which is why I keep spreadsheets. People are calling for a dip because A, they're stupid, or B, they want to buy in at a lower price. As if we haven't had enough low prices already. I don't know. No offense, Simon, but come on. I guess they're just a perma bear and they just think that they're right, that the whole market's going to crash, the whole market's going to go down. I don't know what that does to them because I don't think that way. I don't get it. Doge to $10. You can dream, Bruce. Way, 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 way out there. Yes, Namgal. I bought Peak, and I'm holding Peak, and we'll see where it goes. Doge Viking. What's the certain amount? I don't know. Ask your tax accountant. Look it up. I don't know. I'm not a tax attorney. JGK, how are you, man? You're excited? Buying the same amount every week, even though price keeps dipping. Take the opportunity. Nice outlook. That is a nice outlook. Yes, the Blaze car. Charles says, I look at it this way. If it goes up, I make money. If it goes down to 12.5, I buy more and make even more money later. I have not heard of any casino machines paying out in crypto. I think they'd have to get some kind of license to do that, and there's no incentive for casinos to get that kind of license. Why do I think it's not going to keep going down? Because we've had enough of the sell-off of fears of tariffs. where everything is lower now, everything is oversold, all the charts are pointing to higher. Some people are convinced it's going to go lower because of some upcoming recession or something. I don't think so. And Trump definitely doesn't want a recession. He's going to do everything he can to keep a recession from happening. So all this is just temporary shock of like this whole tariff program, which in the long run is going to end up making the United States much healthier financially, reducing debt, balancing the budget, like doing those things. Painful when you do it, but it's going to be good on the other side. All in on Mantra. Of course you are, Max. All in. Oh. Again, I'm not looking toward 2026 yet in what I'm doing. If the 4-year cycles play out right, 2026, I'm not sitting in a lot of other crypto because that would be a bear market. Is a bear market going to happen in 2026? I don't know, but the 4-year cycles will tell me I shouldn't be sitting in a lot of risky assets. I will always have some Doge because you never know what's going to happen with Dogecoin. But we'll probably get out of all my other stuff and stick it somewhere safe for a year and then buy back into crypto at a lower price. That's the game I'm playing right now. You had to pay the IRS. So did I. So did I. Hey, and then of course, if Doge goes down to 12.5 cents for some reason, time to buy more. Max. Still don't have that membership yet, huh? I know, Ryan. Max should be all in on that membership. Hasn't done it yet. Buy cheap, but sell low. No, that's not how it works. Why am I a big fan of Dogecoin? LC, I've got over 1,000 videos on my channel. You got a lot to watch. You got a lot to watch. This is the place to be, man. If you're into crypto, Dogecoin is the place to be, especially now. Guys talking about it on CNBC. Dogecoin. We're still early, too. Still early. If Mantra hits 75 cents, did you buy some of that cheap Mantra, Max? Did you really? I don't know what it's going to do. I have no idea. It's 58 cents now. I don't know, man. Is this thing going to come back up at all? I mean, it seems to be leveling out right here in the 50s. So some people are buying it. Wow. A bull trap. See you at 12.5. Okay, Simon, we'll see you. My spreadsheet is available to Patreon members, Wildman. You have to be a Patreon member in order to download my crypto spreadsheet. Right? I wasn't watching CNBC. I was watching the House of Doge. And the House of Doge, where was it? There it is, that one. The House of Doge had the link right there. And I clicked on the link. I wasn't watching it. I clicked on the link. It's just a link. I swear I wasn't watching it. I've been buying dozens of dips the last 3 months. Wild man. Patience will pay off. Kriss went woke. Yeah. Elizabeth Warren and Soros. You guys. What's a stop loss? So Ricky, a stop loss is something that you can set to automatically sell a stock or a crypto, I guess, at a certain price. Typically, it's when you're doing leverage trading. So if you set a leverage trade, let's say for Dogecoin, right? Because you think it's going to turn around and go up. So you do a leverage trade. You buy at 15.8. Let's say you're going to do 10x leverage, right? And you're just like, oh, I'm going to make all this money. It's going to go back up. But what if it starts dropping? If the price starts dropping, that means you start losing. And at some point in time, there's a liquidation price where you lose everything. Depending on how you do the trade, you could set a stop loss somewhere higher that basically sells your Doge that's in that trade at a higher price, and you don't get completely liquidated. Something like that. I don't do leverage trades. I don't do stop losses. But that's the idea behind it. Yeah, this guy Simon, he's just a perma bear. He's convinced about 12.5 cents. I don't know why. I don't know. I leaked the spreadsheet. I don't know. It's the spreadsheet here. And I have a copy of it on my Patreon if you want it. It basically sets up the date, the asset you bought, crypto you bought, number of coins, price, buy cost. All the formulas are set up. You put in the current price. I haven't looked at this for a while. Current price, we'll just say 159. Shows you what your profit is. It's all set up. Does your average, sets up your average for each of what your buy average is, all on the spreadsheet. So all you have to do for yours is you just take the spreadsheet and then you just, empty out my buys and you put yours in instead. And then you keep track of your cryptos on a simple spreadsheet. That's what I do. Keep it all on spreadsheets. Pocahontas. Ugh. Shorts are killing us. Doesn't matter what all these other things do. The shorting is just going to keep going, Rob. That's a battle with everything. Some gets more shorted than others. That's just the way it is. What about my spreadsheets, man, Bruce? Don't you be talking bad about my spreadsheets. Don't you be talking bad about my spreadsheets. When or I should say, if an IRS auditor comes knocking on my door, wait until I show him my spreadsheets, and then I'll be like, here is what I got. That's what the spreadsheets are for. So Bruce, when the auditor shows up on your door because you didn't pay your tax on that other cruise, right? And then he's like, oh, you own crypto too, huh? Well, show me your crypto proof, what you bought, when you sold. You'll wish you had a spreadsheet. Bonds are beautiful. Did Trump say that? Doesn't surprise me. The inventor and co-CEO has already contacted us and is in close contact with the media. Business partners are also speaking out, standing by. Well, of course they're going to do that, Max, because they sold anonymously behind the scenes. Of course, with the media, they're going to say good things. But that doesn't stop the fact that someone was selling on the team huge amounts. That's how it all started. It doesn't matter what the project is doing, but if 90% of the tokens are held by the team and there was mass selling, it doesn't matter how good your project is, people aren't going to buy it. Or if they do, they're going to be like you. They're going to buy it at 50 cents, hope it goes to 75, and then sell, just make a little profit, a little 50% profit. That's it. I don't believe a word they say. I covered this yesterday on the live stream where 2 days earlier you had the president like doing this Q&A about real world assets and all these great things Mantra was doing. And then 2 days later, the whole thing rugs. I don't believe a word they say. Don't believe it. Tokenization of real estate, real world assets, important to bring a little more fairness into play. I think in the long run, it'll be good. In the short run, I don't know how it's all going to work. I have to see it. Yeah, I'm not in the house market, the property market. I mean, developers all along. I mean, even Donald Trump is a developer, right? He's going to take advantage of people right and left. That's the name of the game. It's done all the time. Anthony? It's a good buying opportunity, Anthony. You missed the giveaway. You could have added to your long-term Doge wallet. You could have added. And your cousin Simon seems to think 12.5-cent Doge is in play here. 12.5-cent Doge. What do you think? I know what you think. Yesterday you were saying what, 8 or 6 cent, which is up from your previous 2-cent prediction. Is now a good time to buy, right? It's my number one question of all time, Bruce. Is now a good time to buy? Well, if you're like Simon, you wait until 12.5. And if it never hits, oh, well, you had your chance. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the mantra thing is just, well, it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. So, all right, that's what we got for today, guys. Hey, Doge, still close to 16 cents, 15.8, 15.9. We'll see how this goes overnight. We'll be live again tomorrow. Join in on the live stream. I hope everyone has a great evening. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Always hit the like. Leave comments. Always like some comments on the live streams. People don't leave comments on the live stream, but you can always do that. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.